Hello, everybody. I am Michael A. Graham, aka Multi-Voice Reviewer. I have many voices, but one opinion. And, after my review of Bruce Lee, I know some of you are going to be thinking, would I be reviewing some other movies? Some other Kung Fu movies? Well, here is a Kung Fu movie that I really want to review, and it's not just have one greatest Kung Fu action star, but has two. And the movie I'm going to review to you today is none other than The Forbidden Kingdom. This here was a really awesome fantasy movie. And, sadly, the actor who starred in this movie, his picture's not in this. I guess he's not that important. Even though he is supposed to be the, sort of the Dorothy slash Alice in Wonderland kind of character. You see, in the beginning, you have this kid. He loves watching kung fu movies, ancient Chinese kung fu movies. And of course, he goes to this store, this video store, owned by an old man, played by Jackie Chan himself. And one thing I gotta say is pretty funny. Jackie Chan, my impression of Jackie Chan is a little iffy, but it's like, hello, I am Jackie Chan. And I want you to know that my kung fu is pretty good with my sense of humor. One thing I gotta say about Jackie Chan, I do enjoy his movies a lot, and I do enjoy his mixture of comedy and kung fu, and his sense of humor is more like physical comedy. That he kind of mixed in. He's like a combined physical comedy of Buster Keaton and Harold Lloyd. Harold Lloyd is his name. And of course, one thing about these kung fu action stars, they do their own stunts. And Jackie Chan, he does a lot of his own stunts. But I also remember that he does get himself hurt. I remember all the accidents that he had. Like one time he had a broken finger. One time he busted his ankle during Rubble in the Bronx. And in Legend of Drunken Master, he almost broke his neck around that area when he landed right here. But of course, that's the thing. He's kind of like a kung fu version of Evil Knievel. He's gonna have metal things putting his bones together, kind of like Wolverine in a way. Man, it gets pretty hot here. Anyway, and Jet Li. One thing you should know about how I am with kung fu movies. I'm not exactly a huge fan of Jet Li. Some of you probably would hate me for this, but oh yeah, and one thing I would have to say, the remake of Fist of Fury, starring Jet Li, it wasn't called Fist of Fury, it was called Fist of Legend. But but it does have the same premise. It is a remake of Fist of Fury. Little correction there, folks. But anyway, back to the thing. One thing I think about Jet Li is that his martial arts skills is he does his own stunts. He does some pretty good martial arts skills, but sometimes he always like to use CGI on his action scene, like picking up a motorcycle and hitting somebody with it and things like that. But he's still a dang good martial artist, and the only time I ever knew Jet Li is when I saw him on Lethal Weapon 4, where he played the bad guy. And that was the only time I ever saw him until I started seeing him in other movies. But anyway, Jackie Chan, he plays this old man who's a storekeeper to the main character. He's like, "Oh, you like kung fu movies, huh? Crouching Tiger, Spanking Monkey." I like Crouching Tiger, Stubborn Jackass myself. Or Crouching Tiger, Winded Walrus. Yeah. Or Crouching Tiger, Stubborn Ox. Because if you look up my Chinese calendar, I was born in 1985, and that's the year of the ox. Yeah, The ox is big, strong, and trustworthy. You can depend on me, and I'm very headstrong. Of course, I'm surprised that my Filipino girlfriend, she's born of the year of the snake. But the relationship between the ox and the snake, it's really good. I mean, heck, I took some stuff from the book and I made it as a birthday gift. I made it as a birthday present to my girlfriend, and she loved it. She loved the story. And I digitally did a picture of an ox with my head in it and a snake with her head in it. It's really cute. Anyway, back to the thing. Um, Now, turns out there was a group of punks who wanted to prove the kid if kung fu is real or not. So he challenged him to a fight, but sadly he got his butt kicked because even though he enjoys kung fu movies, he didn't taught himself. As for me, I've seen kung fu movies, but I don't just sit there and watch. I do mimic. That's one of my abilities. I can mimic people. And I also did taught myself a mixture of Taibo, and I did find a video where there is an interview with Bruce Lee talking about his Jeet Kune Do, and he kind of showed how his move goes. So I pretty much learned his kick. But anyway, it turns out that the same bully, he robbed the store and shot the store clerk. And of course stole this ancient item. It is a staff. So it's up to the kid to stop the bully, but the bully, he keeps trying to beat him into a pulp saying, "You won't tell anyone, will you? Huh? Will you? You ain't gonna tell anyone, are you?" And then all of a sudden he accidentally, something happened, he fell off the top of the building and then ends up in a new world. And it looks like he's in China, but into the past. And while he was trying his best to figure out where he's at, he meets young Jackie Chan himself, which he is played by a immortal, a drunken immortal. His drunken performance is a bit of a reminder of the two movies he done when he did act drunk. Drunken Master and The Legend of Drunken Master. Two of his best movies. Except in this movie, he's playing immortal who always gets drunk. He always drinks alcohol. And when he was speaking Chinese to the kid, he's like, "I'm sorry, but I just don't understand you." And Jackie Chan said, "It's because you're not listening." And then he starts telling the kid about the legend of the Monkey King. Turns out that there was an empire of immortals, and there is this Jade King who turns out to be the bad guy. And out comes the Monkey King, which is played by Jet Li himself. Jet Li plays the Monkey King. And it's the first time you ever seen Jet Li act funny because most of the time he's always a dramatic kung fu actor. You never see him do anything funny. But this is the first time you ever see him act funny. Hmm. Oh, and this is the Jade King right here. Anyway, the Monkey King, he was so playful that the Emperor, the immortal Emperor, decided to give him the title that he deserved, be called the Monkey King, and also give him the elixir of immortality. Even though the Jade King disagrees with the Emperor, but he does what his Emperor says. So, he gave him the elixir. But the Jade King did horrible things that the Monkey King himself just showed up right in front of the Jade King, and about ready to wreak havoc, but the Jade King has help with the White Hair Witch. She's a evil witch who does evil spells and such, and is a servant to the Jade King. And all of a sudden, the Jade King, with the help of the white hair witch, she turned the Monkey King into a statue, but his trusty staff had been shifted somewhere, and it's in the hands of the kid. So the only way he can possess the staff is he needs to learn Kung Fu himself. And after the bunch of the Emperor King, the Jade King's minions showed up, creating havoc again, and started ready to capture the American kid who has the staff, and the immortal, the drunken immortal that Jackie Chan is called. They were trying to make their escape, and they came across this actress here. Now, some of you might remember her now. She's now playing Mulan in that Disney live action version of Mulan. Oh, and a little known fact, I heard that Jet Li is playing the Emperor in the live action film. But they're not having Mignon Wen playing Mulan's mother? Oh, come on! Damn it! Give me a break here. Ugh. Anyway, this girl here, she talks in a third person perspective, so she just calls her, I think she calls herself Dove. And what she wants is she wants vengeance because the Jade King slaughtered her village and killed her parents. So now she's in a never ending journey for revenge. And then from out of nowhere, out comes the monk, which is played by Jet Li himself. He took the staff. So it's up to Jackie Chan to walk up to the monk and ask him to get the staff back. It's important. And then you have the most unforgettable non-stop action scene between Jet Li and Jackie Chan. It's the first time you ever seen Jackie Chan and Jet Li fighting against one another. I mean, it's an awesome scene to see. I mean, all that. Anyway, all of a sudden they decided to work together because the kid turns out to be the chosen one to give the staff to the Monkey King. And of course, Jet Li the monk, he looked at him and laughed and decided, okay, I'll join your quest. They bring the staff to the Monkey King. So, one by one, Jet Li and Jackie Chan decided to train the kid together. I mean, Jackie Chan says, first we train the kid, and then we kill each other later. And Jet Li was like, So they start training the kid and teach him all the martial arts skills and such. And I mean, he's getting pretty good. I mean, he's doing good so far. Now, it turns out that the white hair witch is going after him. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to tell you. For those you who are wondering, I mean, what's with the Monkey King and the immortal Emperor and the Jade King? Well, it turns out that the guy who made the movie, he's basing most of the legends from Journey to the West. And I would show you a picture of Journey to the West, but as you can see, folks, I mean, I would show you the picture of Journey to the West. Heck, I would have done a good review of Journey to the West. But it turns out I still don't have an HP wireless printer, damn it! All I want for my birthday is an HP wireless printer so I can print out a lot of pictures for my show. Is that too much to ask? And probably I would review Journey to the West, but I mean, I can't go all the way back to Belterra anymore. I mean, even though it's open, but after all the riots and going on out there, last thing I need is to get mugged. Anyway, back to the story. Oh, and a little known fact. Did you know that that the guys who made the animated series Dragon Ball, yeah, I know this is Dragon Ball Z. I would have had the original, but the original series was based from the Journey to the West. If you don't believe me, there's a similarity between Goku and the Dragon King. I mean, not the Dragon King. I mean the Monkey King. There is a similarity, and even Bulma is based from the monk. And there's the pig character who based on Pigsy, the pig monster. I mean, there was a lot of similarities to Journey to the West in Dragon Ball. I were to review Dragon Ball, but sadly, I don't have a Goku costume. If I did, I would have reviewed Dragon Ball, and of course, I would have printed out more pictures involving Dragon Ball, and I would have done a damn good Dragon Ball review. But anyway, back to the story. Sorry to go off topic, folks. Anyway, now I never heard about a white hair witch in any of the Journey to the West. It's because the director also based the white hair character from one of the kung fu movies they done back then, where there was a girl with long white hair, and she's supposed to be some kind of mystical, magical woman or something. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. But anyway, as they were planning to do their escape, all of a sudden, the Immortal says, "I'm tired." Jackie Chan, playing the Immortal, he says, "I'm tired." And then they found out he has an arrow in his back, so he's dying. And the only way it can cure him, they need to give him the elixir. It would make him immortal once again. But the only way to get that is in the Jade King's castle, which the white hair witch wants. She only serves the Jade King so she can have immortality from that elixir. So now, and even the monk, Jet Li, the monk, has other monks from the Shaolin monks showed up and decided to help out. They always did this huge fight, and then all of a sudden, the elixir got back to Jackie Chan, and when he opened it, here's how it goes. Goodbye! That's how it goes in the movie. Pretending this is my elixir. Anyway, now Jackie Chan finally joined the fight, and it was really awesome. And then it turns out that Jet Li as the monk, he turns out he's the Monkey King's double, who is supposed to give the staff back to the Monkey King. And of course, the girl here who wants vengeance, she has this very poisonous jade dart ready to stab the Jade King with it, but the Jade King dodged it and killed her. But the Monkey King and the Emperor finally stabbed the Jade King. And now the world is in the peaceful place. And even though the girl died, but the world itself, the village and everything is back to normal. Thanks for the kid who brought back the staff to the Monkey King. So the kid went back to his world, and when the bully shows up ready to beat him up, he just fought back and just went like, "Anybody else want some?" And then they all left. And after he sees old Jackie Chan being in going into the ambulance and taking him to the hospital, there was this Asian girl who showed up, witnessing the whole thing, and it's the same actress. And it turns out that it's hinting that now he has a new love interest. And then at the end of the movie, you see the kid still practicing his kung fu on the top of his building and using his own staff. Uh, Staff is okay. I mean, they're easy to use, but to me, I'm more of a sword guy myself. And I did try nunchucks once. They weren't that bad. I mean, I did got hit now and then, but it was rubber, so I wasn't that hurt. But anyway, The Forbidden Kingdom was a good movie, and it was the first time you ever see the two legends together for the first time. And if you ask me, this is a really good movie. For those of you who are interested, please look this movie up, check it out. I'm sure you guys are going to have fun. And look up Journey to the West. I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot of fun out of this. And tell you the truth, I love this actress right here. I really do. And I hope that this live action Mulan movie turn out as good as I hope. I mean, even though they have Jet Li playing the Emperor, and I still think they should have had Mignon Wen playing the mother, but right now I'm hearing a lot of negativity, but you know me, I'm more optimistic. I don't listen to other people's reviews unless I watch them first and see what I think. That's what I am. And that's my opinion, folks. So, for those of you who like my review of Forbidden Kingdom, please leave a comment down below, hit like and subscribe. And for my next review, I'm not going to review another kung fu movie. About darn time, anyway. I think it's time for me to get out of my kung fu clothes. Ah, that feels so good. So good to get out of my kung fu clothes and into something a little bit more comfortable, folks. So, everybody, please leave a comment down below on my Forbidden Kingdom. Hit like and subscribe. And I'm going to put on my white shirt and review a drama this time. There's a Japanese movie that I was planning on reviewing, and I think it's time for me to review it. And it is Memoir of a Geisha. And I will explain to you about geishas. And one thing I would say, geishas are not exactly prostitutes. There's more to it than that. But if you want to know more about it, stay tuned. And later.